leaving Liverpool. Where this news has come from, I have no idea whatsoever. It is absolutely mental. Like, I wasn't going to come on and do this. Obviously, it's just a bit out of the blue. I will be going live a little bit later with Yembele from the Latte Firm, doing a monthly review and probably doing a little review of the Arsenal Villa match. But I know this is really an Arsenal channel, but how anyone cannot do a video about this is beyond me. The guy he's a legend of that club, like an absolute legend. I can't imagine like a Thierry Henry or a Dennis Bergkamp essentially coming out, lambasting the club, and then, yeah, putting out in the media that he's going to leave. It's just baffling to me, but there we go. I mean, I'll get into it now and we'll break it down because it's completely mental what's just going on. So let's go with, where the news kind of first reported and came from, and then go from there. So, Fabrizio Romano, of course it is. Who else is going to be? Breaking Mo Salah. It's very clear that someone wants me to get all the blame. The club promised in the summer a lot of promise for me, and so far I'm on the bench for 3 games. All I can say is keep the promises. I mean, he had a big promise for a big contract, didn't he? And then I thought, okay, that's it, Stir in the pot, trying to get his own way. Then this one came out. So what is it? About 20 minutes later, Mo Salah says the relationship with Arne Slot is broken. I had good relations with the manager, and all of a sudden, we don't have any relationships. I don't understand why. Seems to be me, how I see it. Someone does not want me at the club. And I thought, okay, something must have happened. It can't be just the fact that he's been dropped. There's got to be something else for him to suddenly come out and do this, because it was a bit like, oh, is he agitating for a move then? Like, maybe, I don't know if he is agitating for a move, but that came out 20 minutes later. And then this one, Liverpool, I always love this club. My kid always supports. I love the club. I will always do. And I thought, well, that does almost spell the end. And then the Telegraph go and confirm it. So Mohamed Salah has sensationally revealed he wants to leave Liverpool after a breakdown in his relationship with Arne Slot, accusing the club of throwing me under the bus. I mean, what on earth is going on at Liverpool? This was meant to be the season, let's bear in mind, where Liverpool were going to kind of cement themselves as like this kind of dynasty. They'd won the season last season. They go and get the Premier League. This season, they go and, spend an absorbent amount of money in the summer. They go and get Wirtz. They then go and get Isak. On top of that, they've got like Ekitike. I mean, they spent so much money. And I think the Liverpool fans were looking at it again. This is the season where we go on, we win again, and then Isak can kind of take that mantle. He can be the heir to the throne for Salah. It's our succession plan. And it's all gone to pot. Like, it couldn't have gone any worse for them. I mean, they had the tragic news of Diego Jota, and I completely understand that. But whether it's on the field or off the field, it's a disaster. It's an absolute disaster at that club. Which begs the question, like, is Mohamed Salah throwing his toys at the pram because he's not being played? He's suddenly not the darling of Liverpool. He's not, the king, as they call him. Or is there something else going on where, Slot is basically using him as a scapegoat? We saw it with maybe like a Mesut Ozil to a certain point, but I ever feel like he was used as a scapegoat. It's just, for one of your legends come out and do this, it's it's heartbreaking as a fan. It's not so much heartbreaking to us Arsenal fans, but nevertheless, it is heartbreaking to Liverpool fans. It's just baffling. If you're in the chat, feel free to put anything in. We'll go for it. In Vegas, baby. Actually, good news for Liverpool. Gets his wages off the books. They could pay 3 defenders and a number 6 for the same money. Well, to be fair, let's have a little look at his wages. I'll bring them up a minute because I know he obviously had his new contract, and does beg the question, doesn't it, whether you should go for these big contracts. Wackles, that's often on here on the Fockles podcast, talks about giving big wages to players in later years. But if I stop sharing this and bring it up, let's have a little look at what he's currently on. So he is on, according to Capology, £400,000 a week base pay and 100,000 bonus. So technically, you could get £500,000 per week. The gross per year base, regardless of any bonuses, Salah would be getting over £20 million. He could get a further £5.2 million in bonuses, taking it to about 26 mil. I mean, that is an obscene amount of money, especially when you're looking at 33 years old. It does beg the question: should you be tying these guys down to contracts and that much money? It's crazy. But in terms of the 3 defenders, especially, maybe not the number 6, maybe it's not a starting 6 because they've done very well in that place, the past season. But Graveson's been great, but they need depth. I think we've shown it this season in terms of Arsenal. We've really shown that you have to have depth, and we couldn't get the players. I think 90% of the people that watch this channel would agree that Isak would have been higher up on the list than Gyökeres. But would Isak have been smart business? I don't know. And I look, and for them not to even address their defensive concerns is madness. To get a young lad in who's not played much football at the top level, to get him as your backup. And then you look at the performances of their centre-backs this season. They can't rotate. They have no options. They've got to play them. If one of them goes down, it gets even worse, which is bonkers. But there's no, I don't know, Isak was meant to be the succession plan for Salah. But what's the succession plan for Van Dijk? What's the idea if Konate does leave and go to Real Madrid on a free? That did happen, and it looks less likely now because of the performances. What do Liverpool do? How do you address that? What is the plan now? Because you're getting to a point where Mohamed Salah leaves. It's just crazy. Everton, we are 5th. Richie, welcome to the channel, mate. This is mainly an Arsenal channel, I'll be honest. But working for the Cannon podcast. But I just had to go live. Guys, put in the chat, what do you think? Is it Salah throwing his toys at a pram? Or is it actually something more sinister, something else going on behind the scenes? Because I'd love to know. It's madness. I'll bring up his stats for this season, because he has been I don't want to say lambasted, but he has had the pressure put on him because he has huge expectations from his own fans, from rival fans, from the media as well. I think everyone just expects him to kind of rock up and score a goal because he's the guy that has dragged Liverpool through a lot of the time. Him and Van Dijk essentially have just, they've won titles almost on their own at times. But if I bring up FB Ref here, the FB Ref is essentially saying that he's not really. Oh no, hang on. It's the last 365 days. I don't want to look at that. I want to look at this season in particular. Here we go. So he's not really racking up great stats. Like the only two stats where he's in the top 3 and top 1% are touches in the attacking penalty area and then progressive passives received, which kind of shows that he's like within 10 yards of the furthest point. But like, this isn't prime Salah. We know he's so efficient. He's not like the most aesthetically pleasing player. I think sometimes when you get comparisons between him and like Thierry Henry, I just think you can't really compare them because the styles of play and things. But nevertheless, like this is what he's judged on. And over 1,000 minutes played, we expect more. And it is an odd one because if I go up in Premier League this season, in 13 games, he has got 4 goals and 2 assists. And then on top of that, he has got 1 goal, 1 assist in the Champions League. So it's not like a horrendous return, but, you know, it's Mo Salah. And if you go to StatMuse, so this is goal contributions in the Premier League this season. Erling Haaland, I mean, he's a freak. He's on 18. But Mo Salah is all the way down in 21st. Like he's almost out of the picture here. And for Mo Salah to be there, that's just not, not what we expect. Mikel Merino has played, a good, about 400 minutes less. And he's high, is high as Mo Salah. Like it's absolutely bonkers. You know what? I haven't even shown you that. Let me just show you that. There we go. So there's the StatMuse. His Erling Haaland up in 18th, and Mo Salah is 21st down here. Mikel Merino, Grealish, Eze in his first season here, albeit with the lovely hat trick against Tottenham. Like, Mo Salah shouldn't be down in 21st, especially when you're giving him a bumper pay rise up to 400 grand a week. 67 years old, likes to go on YouTube and take to other fans. I presume you mean talk to other fans. Richie, that is amazing. Like, fair play to you, because if I ask my dad to watch my own channel, he's in his 60s, he gets lost. So I do appreciate it, mate, coming on. Vegas, what are we saying? They could switch to wing backs, play 2 up front with Isak and Ekitike, play Verts in the 10. They could. They definitely could. I mean, would Slot go for it? I guess at this point, it's his job, isn't it? He is almost that thing, though. I think if Salah did go, the club have almost got to back Slot now and keep him, regardless of how bad it gets. They've got to essentially back him now. Because could you imagine that? You lose Salah, and then you lose the manager that's just won you the Premiership. It's not a good look for the club and the board. It's a terrible, terrible outcome. The only kind of plus I could see from that is that you get a new manager in, they get the kind of the ghost of Salah away. I think he is such a big personality that it weighs on you. Like, we saw it with managers at Man United when Ten Hag had Ronaldo there. Like, you've constantly got that battle, and if they're not at the top of their game, even if you think you're making the right choice, it's still going to be questioned a hell of a lot within the media. And these players have got so much power now. Like, players got access to the media. Don't think that Fabrizio Romano did his best kind of undercover journalism to get this information out. This was fed to him straight away, and it's been fed to all the big media outlets. It's so easy for them now. So managers are in a really tough place. So maybe if Salah did leave and then Slot left, the next manager arguably would have an easier time because they can focus on a player like Isak being the new poster boy of the club. It's just mad. back in with another comment. Liverpool fans have been complaining all year that Salah has been blamed for everything in the media and the club hasn't protected them. Husam goes on about it every day. Yeah, true. It's true. I mean, it's nice on a day where, oh, yeah, again, Villa just cause us an enormous amount of problems. And I felt awful. It's nice to look and go, well, at least the players are still kind of backing Arteta from the looks of things. We've kind of made the right choices in the market. It could definitely be worse. And that's what I always think, you know, the last 20 years have not been great for Arsenal, but currently we're in a really good position. We really are in a good position. Hopefully that continues and it gets even better with other teams, you know, dropping points over the next few weeks before Christmas. Slot has to find a way of playing the two strikers they have. Is that or 4-4-2, or they have an unhappy striker too? Yeah. Oh my God. Could you imagine that? Imagine that you spend over 100 million on Wirtz and again over 100 million on Isak, and then you get disruption with those two players. I don't think personality-wise Wirtz would do much, but Isak doesn't mind rocking the boat, let's be honest. He's shown that in the past. So, God, yeah. Oh, that could be bad. Salah needs people doing the donkey work. Isak needs platforming, no room for all their stars. No one is doing the pressing like Diaz or Nunes. Yeah, 100%. Couldn't agree more. And I think also Isak was used to having a winger that would look for him constantly, you know, like he would constantly get fed. Salah, and to be fair, I've seen this in Saka in recent weeks. I think if you're a top player, especially as a winger now, you're judged on your output. And wingers are becoming a little bit more selfish as the years go on. Whereas they used to be, you know, facilitators. Now, the striker is quite often the facilitator for, you know, to get the wingers in play. And I think Isak isn't that type of player. Isak wants to be the main man. And I get it, because I think last year, for me, he was player of the season. He was incredible. He was definitely, you know, up in the top 2 or 3 strikers in world football. And he's suffering right now. Like the system's not working. And you can say that either from, you know, Salah's output. You could say that from Wirtz and Isak's output. You could just say it from the table itself, from where they find themselves in the league table, because it's just a catastrophic season for them, which is, I mean, it is funny. It is funny. Like to think that the Liverpool fans who are saying, oh, we're going to walk the league this season, and now they find themselves in a position where not only are they doing badly in the league, they might lose their manager, they might lose their, you know, one of their biggest legends. It's bonkers. Just after they've lost Trent as well. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely the end of an era. It's definitely the end of an era. But that's it for tonight. In terms of this video, I will be back on a little bit later, hopefully, with Yembele. If not, I will be doing our awful match review of the Aston Villa Arsenal game. So I will be back on directly. Remember, you guys know football. I just talk it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, everyone, for tuning in.